Okay, so here's the thing. Tom's tips are TIPS. The first thing I want to share with you is time. I'm having a lot of success from a time standpoint. So this is Alex Hormozy. If you don't know who that is, I recommend you look him up. But I'm showing this is him. This gentleman is kind of like a combination of Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos, and he sat with both of them and he's documenting his journey. So I would encourage you to look for Alex Hormozy. This is something I saw this week where he's showing his calendar. Annabelle, does this remind you of anything? Or
Yeah,
Chris?
your calendar.
Exactly. So my message is, folks, I'm having success because I'm getting a hold, I'm getting my time, my calendar under control. I would encourage you to consider doing that. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the Alzheimer's organization. We had a great meeting, and I said, you know what? I'd like to bump this from 1 hour to a half hour. So I'm meeting with them weekly. hmm And I bumped it, well, it was this week. I took it from 1 hour down to a half an hour. And so my message is listen to Alex Hormozy, find a book on time management or habits. But at the end of the day, I'm challenging you. Can you make your calendar like this? I think as a small business person, you don't have it there, but can you make some incremental improvement to make your calendar like Tom? Tom has some real bad habits maybe you don't want, but can you pick up this one? Can you do better time management? So that's T. I. Now I'm coming at you this. You've heard this before, but I'm going to show this to you again. Uh, Actually, a lot of this you potentially heard again, but I want to share it to you. I'm trying to encourage you to consider these things. Sorry, this is not working the way I wanted. I will get here. Come on. Here it comes. All right, look at all those down there. Look at those snapshots. Oh, anybody want to tell me what that snapshot is right here?
Your
Well,
intern.
that is correct. ITI, interns. You guys need to consider interns. And I think you know this. I've known you long, anybody else. How many interns did I start with and where were they from? Do you know?
You started with like one or two from UTA?
Just one from the local high school. So I'm telling you guys, get an intern. And this is all kind of related. I talked about time, the importance of time. Guess how much time I'm getting back? And I'm doing community service. So I'm helping these people. Okay. And when I go back to my calendar, all those people meet with me weekly right here. Okay. So I meet with these people and I'm helping them and they're helping me. I've got it on the calendar weekly. So I've got a bunch of interns. So T and I is time and interns. The next one is T, podcast. You know, we hear Coach Jody say, change your perspective, change your life. I think maybe you should talk to Jody about that. What I'm doing is I'm listening to a podcast every day when I go to the gym. Okay. So I'm turning these on to let you see that. The secret to making millions starting from scratch. Okay. That's Cody Sanchez and Gary Vee. What does this guy got? This lady is high bouncing happiness and success. Here is your calendar is killing your company. And here is this guy, the same guy Hermosi is talking. He's when success feels into Tony Robbins. I know you know Tony Robbins. So I'm just sharing this with you. So every day I'm growing my mindset by listening to a podcast every day. So TIPS and then social media. I've shown this to you before, but I'm going to go ahead and show it to you again. Here's my social media. Here's what I'm posting. You can see which channels I'm posting on every day. Is there somebody who has a lot of experience on getting you exposure on the web if you should talk to them? And then, by the way, when I go here, here's Basie Insurance. Here it is. This is me posting on here. When I go to, when I say view it as a member, doesn't that look nice? This is my page. Okay. Guess what? Somebody on this call is good at graphics. They did this page, they did this backdrop for me. Okay. And then when you scroll down here, people, these are my interns. Okay. I'm tying this all in a nice, neat bow. So I talked about time, interns, social media, and podcast. They're all interjected to me, but it's the way that I'm growing. I'm growing personally, and these are four areas that I would challenge you to build yourself, increase your business in time management, getting an intern, growing personally out using podcast and or social media. So I'm going to stop right there. Does anybody have any questions about any of those four? We've got 2 minutes for questions and I'm done for the day.
That was awesome. I put in the chat. Would you share your color coding? I know everybody can choose their own colors and such as that, but would you share your colors and why?
It's a great question. So number one, I also, it's another thing, this is blocked out. I learned this from somebody that Richard invited me to. I've got a dedicated thing for clients. And so it's green as in money, right? When you open this up, I've even got stuff in it about what I'm supposed to be doing. There's either my existing clients or potential clients saying hello, whatever. So green is money. And I even have clues in there. And I've got this schedule Monday through Friday, most days. If I can't make it happen there, then I'll cancel that one. So green. And then gold is kind of like future money or long-term investment or whatever. You know what I mean? And then like these blues, these are actually intern meetings. They're from the University of Texas Austin, although admit it, I'm sorry, from Arlington. So they're blue and orange, but actually I got people all over the country now. I've got interns from California and Chicago. So I continue to grow there. And then what else would I share? Brand, there's red. So those, to your point, it means stuff. And then this orange, this is coffee with the chamber. This is actually the Hispanic, it's kind of Texan-y. It's Fort Worth Hispanic Chamber of Commerce event. And then pink is like health. So I've got daily information or devotions, and then gym. That's kind of like flesh or personal. So yeah, great question. Okay.
I
We
don't
got
have
time
a
for
question, Tom, but I do
yes,
have a
ma'am.
comment in
Please.
regards to this. I love your organization skills. I love your golden tips and what you showed us. In order for us to be strategically on point and growing our businesses to growing an empire, you definitely have to be organized. And I'm looking forward to collaborating with you and learning more about the interns, the protocol, what websites you use to have all this lined up. But thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom.
Well, thanks for making those comments. What I'd offer is one short answer is handshake. So I do use I found it through the University of Texas at Arlington, but my handshake, they kind of improve me. So my business has presence there. And like I've got something here next week where I could potentially attend a career fair at Tarleton University, but there are people, there's in the universities in California inviting me. So in other words, so it's kind of like Facebook or LinkedIn for universities hiring. So it's great remarks, thank you. But the answer is a handshake, and I can help somebody do that. So that's the way you do it. Thank you very much, Sunshine. We got time for one or two more. Anybody else have a question or a comment?
I have two.
Yes, please.
Well, one is a comment. So have you used tasks on your calendar?
I have not, and I'm not going to lie. I try to use things as designed. So in theory, I should use tasks or something, but I haven't. There they are right there. They're there because that's the thing. I have most personal. Like if you look here, it says football. My kids playing, and then my godson's playing. And so my point is, I use different things for different things. And so I think task is viable. I've refined this over years. I used to do this as a project manager. So I kind of use it my way,
Right.
but so no, I don't. But I think task is something to consider. My inbox is actually my to-do.
That's your task list.
Yeah. And when I measure my stress, typically I like this to be at 30. And last week it was at 60. The number of things in my inbox is kind of what I use. And so if I've got it 30, so I got 52, but I'll be able to drive down. I can get 10 to 20 done a day. So I'm gonna be back to normal. But so my inbox is my task list.
So when I move to tasks, because I can't do everything from my inbox because that's not all my tasks. And the reason I moved to tasks is one, it's always with me on my phone, just like your calendar is, right? So if I'm laying in bed and I go, oh shoot, I can grab my phone, I can put it in there and I don't forget for tomorrow. But the other cool thing is tasks have a checkbox. So you can actually check them off your list and then they'll move. And then there's a bar at the top that says whatever tasks. So they'll stay there. They won't disappear. So that's why I use them. In regards to handshake, because my son's at Tarleton. How do students find out about handshake?
They seem to do the same thing because I'll ask them sometimes. So for one thing, I can post a job. So I'll go ahead and log in here since you guys that's a second remark about it. And I can post and I can see it and I can push it. And so I don't know how they find it. To me, their career center should be telling them that. But I have had Tarleton people apply for my internships. See if I can get there real quick. So it says no active jobs because I don't have any right now, but I'll look at the last ones that I posted.
Okay.
Anybody have one more question? Well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take you there and let you show you this because you and Sunshine both asked about it. But that's
Tom, when are you coming to Houston?
there is a date. I don't remember it. Richard, do you know when it is? I told you, hey, I'm gonna be in. I don't remember when it is. Do you know when it is? I'm gonna be in Houston.
April 18.
I'm going to be there around the 18th or so. So yeah, I'd love to get together with you and Gerard if you can. This job is
Absolutely.
closed.
Let us
Yeah.
know what's your availability so we can block that scheduled.
Okay. And that's the thing. I'm going down there, and I told Richard, hey, I want to find some time, so I want to coordinate his time. We can coordinate his time. So I only had six applicants on this social media thing created there, and it closed Jan. So I was trying to do it for this semester, and so they're the people. Let's see. Let me see if I can remember which one is. I don't see which one. I don't know which one it was, but bottom line is, oh, this may be her. This may be from Charleston. I
Okay.
talked
Well,
to her
then,
stuff.
if as long as I'll have him look for that.
Okay. So there it is. So I had one apply. So it's posting just like anywhere else. Okay, I think I got to stop here. I'm
Yep.
going to stop sharing and I'll stop recording if I can figure that out. I'll stop recording.